The Raw before WrestleMania is in the books. Next time Raw is on our TVs, it will be the Raw after WrestleMania 33. Lots to look and divulge and to analyse for a Monday Night Raw. Was the go-home show great? Or was it just simply good? Some things were great, some things were just meh. That's just kind of what we have to expect on a traditional episode of Raw. The second upload this is in the WrestleMania week on the MrWWEcam channel. Let's get right into the Raw before WrestleMania, analysing absolutely everything that took place on the show. And can I just say, I am pumped as fuck for WrestleMania. This show, I think WrestleMania could be a very, very good one. And I might be the only one in the world that thinks that, but I'm going to say it nonetheless. I mean, it most probably will be shit now that I've said that, but that's just my luck. So let's go through chronological order on Raw. As I say, it's always difficult to review and preview these go-home shows because you don't want to say, you want to kind of leave certain things to the predictions, so it kind of means that some of these videos are bare, but I'll try and make it entertaining and interesting as I can. Wednesday, I will be recording the WrestleMania preview podcast. On Thursday, I will bring it out to you, so that'll be uploaded on Thursday. I don't know how long it will be, but special guests on there, and I'm really looking forward to previewing WrestleMania in the preview show. And then the predictions video will probably be coming out Saturday. I'll split them up and upload them as videos on Sunday, so you can either watch it on Saturday or you can wait to Sunday and watch the individual videos. Entirely up to you. Lots of other videos to come on this channel as well. But let's get into Raw, which started with Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley and Nia Jax all cutting a little bit of a promo. It led to a tag team match. Jax and Charlotte versus Bayley and Sasha. Let's just talk about the promo work. What became apparent to me from this segment was the simple fact that the women that were in the ring at the time are just lacking on the mic. I think Charlotte's come a long way. I don't think Bayley's very good on the mic at all. Sasha's not bad. Jax is okay, but when you look at her character and then you compare her voice, it's not really sort of compatible, if you know what I mean. When she looks like a monster, her character's a monster, but then she talks and she kind of doesn't sound like a monster. And I want Jax to kind of be the Brock Lesnar of the women's division. You know, she doesn't need to speak. She doesn't need to say anything. She can let her actions do the talking. She did that at the end of this kind of massive segment stroke match, if you want to call it that. She let her actions do the talking. And that's when Nia Jax looks great. But yeah, Bayley for me, not great on the mic. She struggles to sort of... She's a very charismatic person. She's a very charismatic character, but when she talks, I don't really get that charisma from her. But that's probably just me. I don't know, but I don't think she's great on the mic. Charlotte is hot and cold. She blows hot and cold on the mic. Sometimes she's unbelievable, and other times she's really quite poor. Banks is another one that's pretty solid. But I mean, if you were to put any of these four women into the ring with a Chris Jericho or a Kevin Owens, or any sort of, I mean, hell, Paul Heyman, they would get swallowed alive in promo terms. I think that is something the women really do need to work on and improve on, is their promo work. And I am surprised that we haven't really got a female athlete at the moment in WWE that for me is A+ when they cut promos, and we need that person. I think whoever that is could be the next big thing. Maybe bring managers into the women's division. Maybe give Nia Jax an advocate, a manager. It'd be something that I'd certainly be looking at possibly installing post WrestleMania. Hell, maybe a Paul Heyman of the women's division is what is required. The match, the tag team match, I thought it was a decent match. Nothing fantastic, but a very, very solid Raw match. And, in the end, Bayley and Banks getting the win before WrestleMania, but that was only half the story. The match ended, Nia Jax flattened Sasha Banks and Bayley, and then Nia Jax flattened Charlotte at WrestleMania. It is every woman for themselves in a fatal 4-way elimination match. That element makes it more intriguing, more exciting. Big question is, I mean, trying to order who's going to get eliminated first is a difficult one, because you kind of think that every woman in this match is they're going to want to make look strong, being so the Raw Women's roster is basically 4 athletes. This is basically it. That's the Raw roster. You don't want to make, half your roster look dumb. But, yeah, I mean, going back to the talking segment, they kind of hinted at the fact, or Charlotte hinted at the fact that Sasha Banks could turn on Bayley at WrestleMania, or even before, and that their friendship is fake. We expected that. No turn on Raw. Good decision. Wait for it to happen at WrestleMania, or even possibly the the Raw after WrestleMania. Now, the way you could do that would be have Bayley win the championship at Mania, Sasha Banks come out and celebrate, or not celebrate on the Raw after, but basically the Raw after WrestleMania. Sasha Banks turns on Bayley after Bayley pins Sasha Banks at WrestleMania, and you go into what could be the hottest women's program of the year. This match needed a lot of work to get me a bit pumped for their WrestleMania match. It's done that with Jax, with that beatdown at the end, a decent solid match, and the added element of it being an elimination match. Is the hype anywhere near kind of the top realms? We'll have to wait and see in my video midweek, but I can tell you it's not. That said, my excitement for this match did improve after watching the segments on Raw, which is a good thing, because that is got to be the plan with everything. Make people want to see it more, and they did. They gave it the first sort of half an hour of the show. It's a big spot for the women, and for the most part they delivered. We then got Austin Aries versus Norm Dar. Can't say his name properly, but there you go. Neville on commentary. Pretty solid win, quickish win. I suppose we did have a break for Austin Aries as he looks to get ready for Neville at WrestleMania. Neville on commentary. Did a good job to sell their match. This feud really could have gone other place. I mean, it still will be a stunning match at WrestleMania, and I am very much looking forward to it, but it could have been all so much better. But that is kind of the story of the Cruiserweights. Could have been a hell of a lot better. Seth Rollins and Triple H, the kind of contract sign, whatever the hell we want to call it. I can't remember what it's called. Is it? I don't know what the fuck it's called. But anyway, basically signing the contract that basically means if Triple H destroys Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins cannot sue WWE. WWE are not liable for what Triple H does to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's, that's a decent element, a clever element in my opinion. Obviously, we all know that it's not 100% true, but WWE, if you didn't know, is scripted. It's not fake. I always refute the claim that WWE is fake, because I can tell you now, having received wrestling moves in the past, there's nothing fake about wrestling. When you wrestle a match, whether you wrestle as a kid, whether you wrestle as a professional wrestler, whatever it is, it hurts, and it is not fake. I can assure you of that. It's scripted. There's a difference, and most of the stuff people watch on telly are scripted, and actually they're more kind of fake. But there we go, because I can tell you in a movie, when stunts happen, they usually get a stuntman to do it, and it doesn't actually hurt the actor. In WWE, when somebody falls through a table, somebody goes through an announce table, it goddamn hurts. There's nothing fake about that, bitch. I don't know why I went on a little bit of a rant there, but anyway, I liked what Triple H said, and I kind of related to a bit, well, not related, because I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire, but I kind of understood what he was saying, that people who are successful in the world are always going to be hated because bitches are jealous, yo. But it's true. You always look at it, and you see it with so many people. Jealousy is such a massive thing. Us humans, we're always so jealous of everybody else's success. I don't hold much jealousy. That's not me trying to be, I'm such a great person. But I'm a very reactionary person. I react to things. I'm bang, and I explode. That's kind of my bad trait. But I'm not a jealous type. I'm not the jealous type in any scenario. You know, and I like successful people, but a lot of people don't. They don't like successful people. And Triple H is 100% right. There's nothing wrong with being successful. You don't meet a successful person who is massively popular. You can't be popular and successful. It's as simple as that. Because when you get to a certain level of success, your friends aren't your friends no more. And those that are your friends, or say they're your friends, are only your friends because you got dollar, or because you know people, if you know what I mean. So I did understand what the game Triple H was saying here, but I also understood what Seth Rollins was saying. Basically, he lost who he was. He lost his identity when he stepped and into the authority, when he became Triple H's man, Triple H's guy, and at WrestleMania he doesn't want revenge, he wants redemption. He wants that Seth Rollins that he liked. He wants Seth freaking Rollins coming back. This match at WrestleMania, I don't know whether it is going to be a no disqualification. I would assume it is because of this kind of whatever the hell we're calling this, no liable, whatever we call it. If it is a no disqualification, that's a very, very good thing. If it's not, it's not. But, yeah, I think this will be a good match. There are things that I'm concerned about with the match, but we'll leave that to the preview show and, of course, the predictions video as well. What I do just want to quickly check, as it hasn't been announced as a no disqualification match as of yet. I doubt it has. But I don't know whether this stipulation means it's kind of a no disqualification, so we'll have to wait and see. But let me just quickly go and have a quick look as to whether there's been any breaking news regarding WrestleMania, which is so frigging close. And you know what? It starts at 10 o'clock in the UK time, which is nice because it means that, you know, what I always have on pay-per-views is it gets to about 7 o'clock, I've finished my tea, etc., and I've got, like, usually about a 4-5 hour wait until the pay-per-view. And it's so goddamn frustrating. You're sitting there waiting until, like, 12 before the pre-show starts, and it's the longest 5 hours of my life. But at least with WrestleMania, it starts at 10, so by the time I've finished everything and finally got all the videos uploaded, etc., and my panic of not being able to get everything up in time is done, WrestleMania will be about to start. Now, the only disappointing thing is the fact that, you know, it is literally at midnight and it goes through to, 4 or 5 o'clock so in the morning, so not that I have a problem with staying up, it's more the fact that I can't listen to WrestleMania massively loud and with volume and surround sound going on. I can't scream and shout. I mean, I jump and scream and shout silently, which is the only disappointment. But next year, I'm going to make sure I have a place, and I have a place where I can watch it, and I can have it as loud as I freaking goddamn want. Last year wasn't a problem because I lived with Dad. Well, no, I lived with Mum and Dad, but I was able to go to Dad's for WrestleMania, and he wasn't there, so I literally had the whole house to myself, and I was listening to it. It was surround sound at 4 o'clock in the morning. Absolute madness, but it's great. This year, I'm at Mum's, and basically everyone's here, everyone's sleeping, so I can't. You know, I've got a 3-year-old sister, and it's not really fair on her to have it ridiculously loud, so I can't do it. So I just have to. You have to compromise, folks, and that's what I've got to do. And it is a shame, but it is what it is. It's still the same show. It just is the show, just a little bit quieter. But I still enjoy it nonetheless. I'm just moaning about moaning, really, but that's just me. But anyway, let's get back to what I was meant to be doing. Non-sanctioned match, which, if I quickly click on it, I don't know, is it a fucking disqualification? Is it a disqualification? Is it a disqualification? Can we have a quick look? No, well, I suppose, yeah, no holds barred is what it is classed as. So, yeah, I assume that there will be no disqualifications for this match, an added element, which could mean we get some interferences, and maybe that's what this stipulation leads to. More on that in the preview and the predictions videos that will be coming on the channel as we move forward. We then got the over-the-top rope battle royal-ish kind of challenge majiggy thingy-majiggy. Anyway, this was basically to highlight Big Show and Braun Strowman, both in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial, and they're both going to have some sort of confrontation at WrestleMania. I love it when these two are in the ring. I think they really have some great chemistry. The match they put on as the main event on Raw about a month ago now was absolutely brilliant. One of my, looking back, probably the main event that I've really enjoyed on Raw. It's one that sticks out. It's one that's memorable. Some saying Braun Strowman could have been the guy in Big Show's spot, and they could have switched it round. I think what really was amazing to me was the fact that when Big Show ended up getting eliminated, the crowd were booing. They were not happy that Big Show was eliminated in this over-the-top rope challenge, which is just a complete and utter testament to how Big Show has turned around the fans who used to be chanting "Please retire," and now they're booing when he's eliminated from a match. But this was all about Big Show and Braun Strowman. Them two going to collide in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. Will Big Show make it to Andre the Giant Battle Memorial wins in his career, or will it be Braun Strowman's night? And you have to say, Big Show Strowman, I'd love to have seen him in another singles match at WrestleMania. It hasn't been like that, but who knows who's going to win the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial at WrestleMania, but we will have to wait and see. Not an horrific segment, but nothing to count or to get too excited about. It was then all about Roman Reigns. He came out, and he was an arrogant son of a bitch that we know he can be. The heel Roman Reigns that I love. He's got to turn heel at WrestleMania. Please, God, somebody turn Roman Reigns heel at WrestleMania. And if he turns heel at WrestleMania and he wins against The Undertaker, I'll live with it. If Roman Reigns doesn't turn heel and wins at WrestleMania, I may well jump out of my bedroom window to my death, and Undertaker will be telling me to rest in peace, because I goddamn will be resting. Well, I won't be resting in peace, you can assure that. I will never rest in peace if The Undertaker beats... if Roman Reigns beats The Undertaker and doesn't turn heel. You have legitimately, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but god damn it, I'm going to do it. You legitimately have one of the biggest heels you have ever had in your life, WWE. He could be the biggest heel ever, and could then turn in to the biggest face. Exactly what Vincent Kennedy McMahon, exactly what you want. He could become your biggest face. It's not rocket science. It's goddamn simple booking, but you've just got to do it. This Roman Reigns I hate, and that's a good thing, because this Roman Reigns I should frickin' hate, but I buy into this Roman Reigns. It feels real. The Superman bullshit doesn't feel real. This Roman Reigns seems real. Seems like the Roman Reigns, and I like it because I hate it, if that makes sense. I hope that does make sense. Now, I realise that saying I like it because I hate it kind of is like an oxymoron. It doesn't really... Shit, I never ever thought I'd use that word other than in my English exam. I can remember writing it in the English exam, writing oxymoron, and thinking, I'm never ever going to have to write, say, or think about your stupid fucking existence again. And guess what? Roman Reigns made me say it. What a knob. But anyway, I like the fact that I hate him. You know, I like it because I hate it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, this feud, I don't know why, but this I'm absolutely fucking pumped for. I honestly don't know why. I know a lot of people aren't as hyped for this match as I am, but I freaking well am. This is like up there, folks. This is up there as the match that I'm arguably the most hyped for. We'll have to wait and see where it comes on the list of Cameron's most hyped matches, man, in a couple of days' time. But I'm really looking fucking forward to this match. It's going to be a big one. Roman Reigns said, you know, at WrestleMania, I'm going to kill. Okay, he didn't say kill. But he did say, I'm going to end. I'm going to retire The Undertaker. Not quote for quote, not word for word, but he said something along those lines. I like this story. Some say it's unoriginal. This is my yard, because they kind of used it for the Shield, I suppose. But I like it. It's simple. It's effective. I think people are getting too... It is mainly on the yard thing, which is simple in my thing. This is my yard. But it's also about the fact that Roman Reigns wants to kill the legend of The Undertaker. The Undertaker wants to kill the legend that could become... So it makes sense. The man who could become a legend in Roman Reigns. He's sick of his disgusting rhetoric. He's sick of everything he's saying, and he wants to put him in a grave and have him rest in peace like the other victims. The story's simple, but it's goddamn effective. Undertaker's promo here was fantastic. When he came out and said rest in peace, fantastic. And how he kind of used the thing to lower the lights. It's a great spectacle. This is The Undertaker. He will not be on our TV screens for very much longer. So drink it in. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it could well be that on Sunday night, Undertaker Roman Reigns is the last time we see the legend Undertaker compete at WrestleMania. So enjoy it while it lasts. And if it is the last match that Undertaker competes in, well then on Sunday we see the end of a true legend. And I've got a lot of stick for using legend, but Undertaker is as true of a legend as you can get. This man is arguably one of the biggest superstars in WWE history. And although I still think he should have retired at WrestleMania 28 in the end of an era match, the fact we've got a few more years out of Undertaker cannot be a bad thing. The fact that a few more generations, a few more kids have been able to witness and say, I watched wrestling and saw The Undertaker compete at WrestleMania, that can never, ever be a bad thing. A great segment, and this match at WrestleMania could be very, very good. And then maybe it's not going to be fantastic technically, but the fact it's Reigns, the fact it's Undertaker, the fact the story's simple but effective means it's going to be a decent match. Do I think Undertaker can put on a match of the year? No. But, you know, they'll put on a decent match, don't get me wrong. And to be fair, one thing I've never criticised Roman Reigns about is the fact that he can put on very, very good matches. That's not ever been what I've criticised Roman Reigns about, because if I was to criticise Roman Reigns about that, then that would be unfair and simply, I'm going to use the word dumb again, but this would genuinely, legitimately be dumb. So, Neville versus Jack Gallagher was a warm-up match for Neville for WrestleMania. Austin Aries had one, so did Neville. It was okay. Neville gets the victory, and on to WrestleMania we go. Austin Aries, Neville, who's going to win? More on that on the preview and predictions videos to come. We then got the whole tag team shenanigans, a couple of segments for them, hinting perhaps at the Hardys maybe being put into this match. No, it's not going to happen, is it? But I know a lot of people on Twitter are getting excited about it, but don't, because it's not going to happen, folks. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but the Hardys may have been offered a contract, but if you honestly think they're coming at WrestleMania, they're not. It's not going to happen. But the ladder thing is kind of teasing that, and WWE, they're just teasers, they're just trolls. At this point, WWE are just the biggest trolls going. I honestly have always said that. I always believe it. You know, that's why they do stuff that they know we don't like, because they're trolls. And sometimes I just have to laugh, because it is kind of funny. And we still watch. We don't boycott the show. Heyman said something that I watched on the network the other day, and he said, you know, all you do is bitch and complain on Twitter, you know, but you still watch. You don't boycott the show. You know, and ultimately, it doesn't matter how much we bitch and complain, we still watch the show. So, you know, if we hated stuff so much, and if we hated the WWE and every decision that they make, we wouldn't fucking watch it. We still watch the show. And that's why I do kind of agree. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to bitch and moan about things, because hell, that is I'm more than allowed to do that. But it is kind of true. We are kind of mugs, really, aren't we? It's almost got mug written on our head. And WWE just know that, and they just know no matter what they do, we'll still fucking watch, because we are wrestling fans, and it's in our blood, and it's in our heart. And that's a very powerful position to be in if you're WWE. We don't really have the power. Although I feel like I do have the power, and I could stop watching Raw. Realistically, deep down, I know I couldn't stop watching WWE, even if somebody paid me $1 million. That's the honest truth. I don't think I could do it. I always manage to come back. I always manage to fall back in love with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm truly in love with WWE. Anyway, Enzo Amore and Big Cass face. Well, I can't remember who they were. Who were they? Oh, they were facing Luke Gallows and I was about to call him Doc Anderson. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. But the match never started. Basically, Sheamus and Cesaro, bang, hits Enzo and hits. There's too many fucking names. Hits Gallows and Anderson with the ladder that they'd been attacked with backstage. Gets a bit of revenge. We then saw kind of a ladder attack. I'm not even going to go through what happened because I can't honestly remember. But basically, I can remember standing tall with Gallows and Anderson. Could that mean that maybe they're not going to be standing tall at WrestleMania? We'll have to wait and see. Does this mean it's a triple threat ladder match? Does this mean it's a fatal four-way ladder match with the Hardys involved? Who knows? We'll find out soon. It's got to be a ladder match now, though, surely. Why the hell would they have used the ladder? It didn't really feel forced, the ladder. I'm sure some people will say, yes, it felt forced. It didn't really feel forced for me. But yeah, an okay segment. Doesn't massively hype me for the match, but if the ladder match stipulation is added on a stipulation basis solely, I'll be hyped for this match. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in a no DQ match, no old bar, whatever the hell you want to call it. And Sami Zayn's Raw career was on the motherfucking line here tonight in Raw in Philly. The crowd they were alright. They weren't as hot as I thought they'd be. But there you go. They did chant CM Punk at one point. At this point, it's just like, shut the fucking goddamn fuck up. It's boring. He's not coming back. And if he does, shut the fuck up chanting him, because he's not going to come back because you chant him. For God's sake, Punk left. Punk quit. And the quicker his hardcore fans get that, the goddamn better. There's nothing that pisses me off more than hearing a CM Punk chant. It's not hip. It's not punk. It's not cool. It's simply fucking stupid. So shut the fuck up and stop chanting CM Punk, because he ain't coming back, because he quit and he left each and every single one of you. He can paint it whatever way he wants to, but he quit because he's a quitter, and his UFC career is going about as successful as I thought it would. Whew, that was a bit of a pipe bomb. Still, I mean, I will still lose my shit if Punk comes back. I just want to add that in, but I had to get that off my chest. It's funny though, isn't it? I mean, I say all that, but as I say, I would honest to God lose my shit if Punk came back, and I'd probably instantly become a Punk fan again, a Punk fanboy. I was never a massive fan of Punk because I was a John Cena fan at the time. Fuck my life. Oh God, 12-year-old me as a John Cena fan. Fucking hell, the Raw I went to at the O2, I was on the fucking telly in my John Cena gear. I'm demoralised. I'm embarrassed. I don't even have the right to come on here and bitch and moan about Roman Reigns and anybody for that matter. I don't have the right after that. I'm just an embarrassment. But anyway, the match was won by Sami Zayn in the end. No disqualification. Samoa Joe came out as we expected. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this match because at the time I was kind of watching Nigel Farage and Alistair Campbell have a bit of a debate on this morning on my phone. So I was kind of a little bit distracted for about 3 minutes of it. And I kind of missed the vast majority of the action before Samoa Joe came out. As soon as Samoa Joe came out, funnily enough, the video stopped and I kind of was watching again. Yeah, Zayn won. Was a decent match from what I saw. Joe coming out, Jericho even in the odds. Bang, Zayn with the distraction win. Keeps his job on Monday Night Raw. Goes to WrestleMania in the Andre the Giant Bout Memorial. Zayn, possibly Joe, but I think he'll be more involved with Triple H, Seth Rollins. We'll be talking about the fact that Samoa Joe isn't on the card for WrestleMania and how damaging that could be. We'll be talking a little bit about that on the preview show. It's one of the topics that I do want to talk about. But yeah, Zayn is on in the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial, and maybe a little small chance of winning it. We'll have to wait and see. Post WrestleMania, Zayn really needs to start to pick things up. If he has a year like he's had this year, it could be one of his last, because it's make or break really now for Sami Zayn. I think it's going to be make, but it could well be break. But yeah, not a bad match. And Jericho, you know, with a few words, put in Kevin Owens on the list of Jericho is not bad at all. And we move into WrestleMania with Kevin Owens on the list of Jericho. Maybe Jericho retaining his title, or maybe it's the Kevin Owens show. The Kevin Owens we saw in NXT, maybe it's his time to take a title away from Chris Jericho, just like Chris Jericho did to Kevin Owens. I love both of these. I'm so hyped for this match. I don't mind who wins. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And honestly, I thought it was the end of Raw. I almost got up and thought, right, let's get the review on. Completely had forgotten about the fact that Brock Lesnar and Goldberg were doing this massive face-off. And that's not to say that I'm not looking forward to this match. I'm apprehensive about it. But yeah, I just completely forgot. We saw exactly what I wanted. Paul Heyman coming out, hyping the match, and god damn it did he do that. I'm such a Paul Heyman guy, it's ridiculous. This man is honestly, on the mic, one of the best people I've ever seen. He could get me interested in a deodorant can facing a broomstick. I would be interested in the match. You know, if there's ever a match that you need hype for, hell, I reckon, no, I'm not going to say that, but I reckon he could get you hyped for practically any bloody match. If there's ever a match you're not hyped for, call Paul Heyman, get him to cut a promo on it, and guarantee you'll be hyped for it. Maybe that's what the AJ Styles Shane McMahon needs. I mean, maybe. I'm joking, folks. But no, I love Paul Heyman. What an absolute unbelievable talent on the mic. I was about to say a legend of the business, but I keep using the word legend. People keep moaning at me for it, so I'm going to stop. But I do think Paul Heyman's a legend of the business. And when I say legend of the business, it's different to WWE legend. Of course, Heyman's not going to be a WWE wrestling legend because he has wrestled a couple of matches, but he's not a wrestler, is he? Let's be honest. But yeah, love Paul Heyman. Don't always agree with what he says, but I do like the guy. And everything he says on the mic is unbelievable. Gets me hyped. If you missed this promo, make sure you go check it out. Out comes Goldberg. He says, look, nobody's come here to see us talk. They've come to see us fight. Down to the ring. Spear. Kind of the angle we saw. It made it look shit, but the replay made it look kind of cool. Then he goes to the ring, lifts the title, bang. Not too much physical altercation. That's a good thing. Hold off for that. Hopefully it doesn't mean that that's what we're getting at WrestleMania. Hopefully it just means that they wanted to hold off the massive, long 30-minute match at WrestleMania. I'm really being pathetic. I mean, if this goes 10, we'll be lucky, I think. If this goes 10, we will be lucky if it goes 10 minutes. I think the more likely is the fact it will probably last a couple of minutes. But yeah, we'll be talking about that on the preview show. We'll be talking about how we would book Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, another topic that I want to talk about. But that is pretty much it for Raw. A decent show. Has it got me more hyped for WrestleMania? I'm pretty hyped for WrestleMania, more than most people, granted. I think it's because the last couple has been shit, just for me, and WrestleMania is always exciting. So, I'm very, very excited, and hopefully SmackDown can continue that hype. It doesn't have the star power that sort of Goldberg's, the Lesnar's, the Undertaker's, but it has a very, very good show. Obviously, big storylines to be addressed on there. We've got Cena, Miz, Maurice, and Nikki Bella. What's going to be happening with them? What stipulation? Oh, no, shit, I need to hold this for the preview. I'm already previewing SmackDown, for God's sake. But yeah, lots to look at in the preview for SmackDown. That'll be coming out similar sort of time to the Raw review. Really appreciate you guys watching Raw Preview, sorry. It'll be coming out similar time to what the Raw Preview did yesterday. Appreciate you guys watching this video. So yeah, Raw was decent. WrestleMania now, only a few nights away. The ultimate thrill ride is right around the corner. Raw is in the books. WrestleMania is round the corner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.